From the National Weather Service in Raleigh, it's Nick Petro, along with Aaron Swigert, with your weekly briefing for Central North Carolina. This is our Tuesday edition. Normally we do these on Monday, but due to the Memorial Day holiday, we've backed this up a day. So we hope everybody had a good Memorial Day holiday. So thanks for joining. All right, so first thing, as usual, I like to do a quick look at current conditions. And there's a couple things I want to draw your attention to. And let me use the highlighter here. First of all, whoops, let me go back to the arrow. Bear with me here for just a second. Here are our current temperatures. And I'll call your attention to, let's see, we've got an area of high pressure to our, just off to our northeast. We've got some tropical moisture down here over the Bahamas. We've got a frontal system here across the Mississippi Valley. And basically what will happen here is this high slides east a little bit, and circulation around it is clockwise. Eventually it'll draw this moisture northward with time. And this is nothing down here. What you see down here, there's no tropical features here. It's not like there's a tropical wave or anything that the Hurricane Center is watching. It's just merely some enhanced moisture. Well, that enhanced moisture will get drawn to the north around the high, and then eventually this front will move east. Essentially, this moisture here will start showing up on tomorrow. And then once this front moves east and teams up with the moisture coming up from the south and southeast, that should set us up for pretty decent rain chances on Thursday. Okay. In the meantime, we have temperatures climbing through the 70s. As you can see, that's current temperatures. We'll probably top out in the low 80s before it's all said and done with today. Okay, so that's a quick look at current conditions. Taking you to the graphics here. Dry and warm today, as I kind of alluded to, and then a period of potentially wet weather is expected for Wednesday through Friday. While that moisture will get in here on Wednesday and give us a chance for some rain, it looks like the highest rain chances, or the most widespread rainfall, will occur on Thursday as that front teams up with that moisture. And then after that system exits, we'll have high pressure over the region, fairly decent amount of moisture, and perhaps with the typical climatological, almost summer-like pattern with Piedmont trough. We can't rule out isolated showers and thunderstorms this weekend and early next week. Not a washout, but just kind of pretty typical for summer, seasonable temps, and the tropics are quiet for now. So now I'm going to turn it to Aaron. I'm putting you on the spot here, but he's going to talk about how much rainfall we're going to see over the next 7 days. What do you think in terms of amounts? Because obviously with a moderate drought across the eastern half of the state, I bet some folks on the call are looking for some rainfall. So how much rain are we going to get? Is there going to be any drought modification here, Aaron?
Sure. Thanks, Nick. So kind of as Nick alluded to with that high shifting off to the east, getting some return flow out of the south. Wednesday looks to be the beginning chances of some rain, as you can see there. Everywhere looking, the highest chances being over in the east, maybe in the coastal plain of less than half an inch. But as he said, Thursday will be your best chance of maybe some widespread rain of up to an inch, maybe an inch and a quarter, especially out in the west into the Piedmont area. And then Friday, Saturday, another chance of some rain, maybe more isolated off to the coast as that front is shifting off the North Carolina coast. And then all in all, maybe 1 to 2 inches expected for the central North Carolina region especially through Thursday, with maybe some isolated chances this weekend, Sunday into Monday. As you can see there, less than 1/10 of an inch. So it would be very isolated at that point, maybe a little bit too far out to predict specific locations for that. And then you can see for the 7-day total through the rest of the week, getting up to close to 2 inches, especially on the coastal plain, with a couple rounds of showers and some thunderstorms out in that region.
Okay. All right. Chris just typed in a question. We'll get to Chris's question here in just a little bit. So we'll come back to that question there, Chris. All right. So looking at the flash flood potential, courtesy of the Weather Prediction Center. And thank you, Aaron, for that rainfall amount overview. Fortunately, we don't anticipate that the rain will be heavy enough to produce flash flooding, although, anytime you have training cells, there's always a risk. You can never rule it out. But no risk for widespread flash flooding, at least at this point. Now, it looks like as that front approaches, there might be enough heating mixed in with all of this moisture to maybe set the stage for an isolated severe thunderstorm or two. Remember, and that will be mainly north of Highway 64. So we're talking Raleigh over towards the Triad and points north. Okay, and remember, what does that first or second shade of green mean? You can see it in the legend there on the right. Limited storms in duration and or coverage and or intensity. So keep in mind that we can't rule that out at this point in time. All right. Nothing in the tropics right now. This is the 5-day graphical tropical weather outlook from the National Hurricane Center. They're not really keeping an eye on. There's really nothing there that they're keeping an eye on. Just as a reminder, we have D0 across, a large portion of north central and northwest North Carolina, which is abnormally dry, and a D1, which is moderate drought, basically across just about all of eastern North Carolina and the south central regions of the state. Okay, so hopefully we can get some of that rain to alleviate maybe some of that. All right, so as we head into next week, looking further down the road, looks like above normal temperatures are favored with, sort of we're on the border there of above normal precip favored, but that could go either way with equal chances not too far to the north. All right, so as we wrap this up here, dry and warm today, then a period of potentially wet weather for Wednesday through Friday. Best chance for rain, for widespread rainfall, will be Thursday. Isolated showers and thunderstorms will be possible this weekend into early next week, but certainly not a washout. Seasonable temps then. Tropics are quiet for now. Watch out for that isolated severe storm Thursday north of Highway 64. Certainly that's a possibility. All right, so that wraps up our weekly briefing for Central North Carolina.